Hello, all you wonderful boys and girls. It's Gigi here in Gigi's Corner, and we're here with you tonight from Night-Night with Nichols. And I've got a wonderful story for you guys tonight. I brought along a couple of friends. 3 friends, you're right, there's 3. I brought 3 little friends to listen to our story tonight because it's about little monsters. So we're going to learn about little fellas like this. Have you guys ever thought maybe you had monsters under your bed or in your closet or whatever? Well, this little boy in this book thought so too, but he figured out a way to fix that problem, and we're going to talk to you about that tonight. So, have you guys got your pajamas on? Yes? You got your teeth all brushed? Yes? Did you get your chores all done? All right, that's good. Okay, so if all that's done, let's read a nice nighttime story for you guys and help us all sleep better. Are you ready? My story for you tonight is called No More Monsters Under Your Bed. It's written by Chouteau. It's copyright 2019, illustrated by Not Even Or, and we read it with permission from the Hachette Book Company. So, let's find out about these silly little monsters, okay? There was a boy with a monster problem. Well, we knew that, right? Well, there he is. That could be anybody. It could be boy, it could be girl, whatever. Okay? Let's see what happens here. Every night, as the monsters waited for the boy to go to bed, they hid in his closet, under his bed, inside the hamper, and even under a rug. One even squeezed into the fish bowl. My goodness, look at those silly things. Just everywhere, right? Well, let's see what happens next. Every night, he says, they flicked the lights on, off, and made big noisy toots and nibbles at his toes. Wow. The boy was so worried that if he fell asleep, the monsters would do horrible things to him. So he stayed awake all night, which is not good. There we go. Because if we stay awake all night, you know what happens? Sometimes we feel cranky the next day. We don't feel good. So that's not going to be a good thing. He was afraid of monsters with zillions of eyes watching him. Wow. And monsters with zillions of hands that could grab him. There's the zillion-eyed monster, and there's the one with the zillion hands. So, we've got to figure out something for this little monster issue. And monsters with cavity-filled teeth, woo, gobbling him up like a bowl of ice cream. He was afraid of big, hairy monsters, both blonde and brunette. Do you know what blonde and brunette is? You know what blonde hair is. A brunette is somebody with brown hair. So, he was afraid of headless monsters. They terrified him, and even though they didn't have eyes to see him. So, there's that page. Well, we don't want him gobbled up like a bowl of ice cream, now do we? Certainly not. And over here, we've got the blonde and the brunette, and there's the one with he doesn't have any eyes to see him. Wow. But he was afraid of one-eyed monsters with pigtails dressed in tutus. Can you imagine? 3-headed monsters with curly horns and sticky claws. Well, look at that little pink girl. Look at that pink monster in the tutu. And then he's got sticky claws because he's been eating suckers. I can tell. Yep. And monsters that look like his grandpa. Really? Wow. They wore socks with sandals just like he did. My goodness, look at these long beards. Does your grandpa have a long beard like that? Wow, that is a really long beard. So, let's see what's next. He was afraid of spiky monsters covered in boo-boos. Well, he has band-aids all over him. Mama monsters, Papa monsters, and even itty-bitty baby monsters. They were all so scary, the boy couldn't ever even get a wink of sleep. Look at those. Look at all those silly old monsters. They're not hurting him, they're just looking at him. But he's scared of them, so what are we going to do? So, after many sleepless nights, the boy's parents brought him a special gift. A magic monster patch to put on his pajamas. The patch had power to make him invisible to all monsters. Do you know what invisible is? It means nobody can see you. They can't see you anymore. You're invisible. But they told him, listen, he had to be brave and believe in the patch for its magic to work. Well, let's see what happens. Well, he decided he was determined to conquer this fear of monsters. So the boy stood tall and gathered up all the courage that he had. And then, when he pressed the patch, the monsters could no longer see him. They looked everywhere. And since they couldn't see him, they couldn't scare him either. There he is. Look at that. He's going to be so happy. Look at those monsters. They're looking everywhere. Under the bed. They can't see him because he's invisible thanks to his magic patch. Now, the boy had been scared of monsters for so long, he had forgotten what it was like not to be afraid. And now that he had the magic monster patch, he knew he would never be afraid of monsters again. Never. He finally felt safe and secure in his bed, and he was able to get some much needed sleep. Look how happy he is. Yay! So happy. There he is in his little bed, sleeping so soundly because he's not afraid anymore. So that's pretty good, huh? Let's see what else happens. After a few nights, the monsters grew so bored of not having anyone to scare because they can't see him, remember? So they left the boy's house to find another kid to poke or bug or bother. There they are, looking everywhere for him, and they just cannot see him. And over here, there they go, packing up. Out they go, out the door, out of the house. Gone forever. Some went to another neighborhood. Some went to other countries. And some even went to the moon. Wow, there they go. We really don't care where they go, as long as they're gone. Gone away. And they were. So, now the boy, since he wasn't afraid of the monsters anymore, he wanted to share the patch to help others overcome their fears. So he gave the patch to a friend with a monster-filled bedroom. So there he goes. It's like, here, try this patch. It'll work. There you go. See, she's got all these silly old monsters in her room. But he gave her the patch. He shared it. Isn't it wonderful when we share things? So many things. It's good to share. So, she used the patch every night until finally, what happened? You're right. The monsters got bored and left. They left. They just packed up and went away. Same thing. They're gone. Then she decided to share the patch with another friend. And they kept sharing and sharing and sharing the patch to other friends. And so, oh, do you want to see the pictures? Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you the pictures. That's her silly monsters. And there she is sharing with another friend. That's great, right? Let's see what happens now. So, now it's your turn. It's your turn. You have the magic monster patch. Or you will have in a minute, I'll show you. So, when you press the magic patch on your pajamas, wow! Now you're invisible to all monsters. Look at that. All you gotta do is get you a patch, and you can be invisible to all those monsters. It's amazing. So just remember, after your monsters are all gone, when you use your patch, which I'm going to show you, be sure to pass the patch along so you can help friends conquer their fears of monsters too. Since you'll no longer be afraid because you're going to become invisible, the monsters will go away. The end of this story is the same as the monsters. The end. Gone. They're gone. The end. So, did you like that? You know what? You can make your very own monster patch. See this? I made that. It's very simple. A few crayons and some colors, and just to make you a little patch. Stick it on your pajamas, and you know what? This means no. No. So no monsters allowed. So when you put the patch on, they can't see you anymore. Or, you know what? If Mom and Dad wanted to, in the front of this book is a place where they can go. It says jimmypatterson.org/monster patch. So that's what the little monster patch looks like. You can get your very own, or you can make one like I did. Either way, you're going to make a patch, and your monsters are going to be gone forever. Except the ones you want to keep, because there are some monsters that we like to have around, right? Sure there are. Look at this little monster fellow friend. This is one of my very dear friends. He's very shy. He wants to say hi. Hi. Yes, this is my little friend. And does he look like a little monster? Oh, he doesn't want to look like he's just sad. But not a little monster. We love him. I love him. See? And he loves me. Sometimes I like to sleep with my little monsters. Maybe you do too. That's great. So there's always some little monsters that you can make your friends, you know? And let me tell you some other little friend that I think you might remember. A little monster friend. Who was that? It's Elmo. It surely is. And he's saying hello, hello. And you know what? Is he a little monster? Yes. But are we afraid of him? No. He doesn't like for us to be afraid. No, 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 he says. He likes to give lovins. Oh, thank you, thank you. And he's so sweet. So we have some of our very special monster friends that we really love. And that's good. And also, you know what? You can come to the library or have Mom come to the library, and we have so many books where you can learn about little monsters. You can learn about My Monster and Me, and I Am Scary. Not really. And then you can learn about Spike, the friendly monster, and 10 monsters in the bed, or monsters love underpants, as well as no more monsters under your bed, and lots more. and lots of other things if you don't like those. So, you guys, remember what I told you. Make your little patch if you don't like your monsters under the bed, and just keep the ones that you really do love. Okay? All right. Guys, it's been great reading to you tonight. Until next time, when it's time for Night-Night with Nichols, right here in Gigi's Corner with me, Gigi. Can't wait to see you guys again. Until then, sleep nice and have a good week. Love you. Bye.